Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I'm so happy to be here today. And thank God that Pastor Adewale have said a lot. She talks about the harmony in the family. When there is harmony in the family, then there will be good parenting. And we have had a lot today. I was so excited and I was happy. If all what she said can be practiced in our home, then tell me the reason why we can have good parenting. We have witnessed a lot in school and also with our own children. It's going to be an interactive session. I'll be using myself as an example, and also we have a general discussion also. But I want you to know this: there is no perfect parenting. Wallahi. No one can come out and tell you that, yes, my children, they are very, very perfect. The parenting I'm giving them is superb. They can't do this, they can't do that. Is a lie. Is a lie. Let me start with an example. A woman one day, I met her. When I met her, she was asking me, she said, Mrs. Sulaimon, I'm even tired. And you know, this century we have children menstruating at the age of 9, 10, 8. So the woman was now complaining and said, oh, when they after menstruating, you will sit pad under their bed, all over the room. I'm tired. I've corrected them. I'll be picking it. Their father will be calling me. I did not take care of them and I've done my best. Even I asked my one of my friends. He said, no, my children, they don't do that or this and that. I said, it's a lie. It's a lie. Look at me. I have daughter also that they did the same thing. But a time will come, they will change. Childhood is all about stages. Then it now depends. We keep telling them. Repetition. So if your friend said, our own children are not like that, it's a lie. Even when I went abroad, some of my niece, my niece, they are doing the same thing. That we both talk with my sister. I said, these children, Papa, they are just the same thing. So there is no perfect parenting. No one can come and tell me that, oh, my children are perfect, or what they are doing. Even where they are right now, I know what they can do. I know what they cannot do. It's a lie. It's a lie. And that is why I always appreciate parents that comes confidently and said, Mrs. Sulaimon, these children used to tell lies. I witnessed. But his mother, we are always behind them. Although we have some father that they will be factual, they will say, yes, these are the characters of my kids. I know he or she can do this. But mothers, we are the one that will back the child. Fine. And we believe that, okay, that is the only way we can pamper them. But at times, if we don't allow them to see reality, if we don't show them what is called tough love, at the end of the day, we will blame ourselves. I only say something. Something happened recently. I have an uncle in US. And in abroad, once you are 18 years old, these children, they used to wait till when they are 18 years old. That day they clock 18 years old, if you tell them something, they will tell you, Daddy, do you know I'm 18 years old, I'm an adult. I'm an adult right now. You don't tell me, I know what to do. You can't control them again. You can't control them again. Even if you say something, It's only God will that if you have prepared their mind. But a lot of parents over there, they don't do that. They don't prepare their mind. They don't learn from other people's mistakes. They don't learn from other people's mistakes because everybody wants to do what other people are doing. They want to do the same thing. So at the end of the day, these children, they are just 4 of them. See the way they are behaving. The father cannot even talk to them again. The father cannot even approach them. They show attitude because of they are an adult. You cannot control them. Do you know what this my uncle did? Because he knows that, well, he's in his early 60s. He just came back to Nigeria. He came to come and marry another woman. And he said that he has given back to 2 kids now that, well, because those one, he knows. Even he told me that while they are having a family meeting, the way those children are talking, he now said, this one, they will not go. They will even do university here before going to US. Then they will have been what? The upbringing, the parenting will have been there for them. Because we find out that one of our family friends also that went there to go and do his master, the boy is doing well now. The boy, the parenting care the boy had in Nigeria worked for him while he was in US. So he learned from that one. He now came. He gave back. So I always tell women that, come, men, even at the age of 70, they can still give back. It is we that will just reach the stage of menopause. We should be realistic with ourselves. There is nothing that we are going to hide. So it now depends on you. Or when your husband is now talking that, okay, this child is not doing this thing very well. Then the next thing, leave them. That's how they are made also. That's how they behave. Let them do the same thing. You see, adult influence is more than the peer influence. The adults, we are adults. Our whole influence is more than the peers, our children. We can still call our children back. Tell them. But in case of adults, once you have seen family A, family B, this is what they are doing. And they will come and start compare and contrast. And if it's a man that has his own word and say, come, pack your load and go to family A and family B. Leave my home. This is the way I want to do my own thing. We have it like that. And when it comes to parenting also, a lot of things are happening outside there. At times we parent, we trust our children. It's nice. We show them love. We give them everything they want. We buy them clothes. We give them a very good shelter. Even we give them access. Even when they finish, if they deserve a car, we give it to them. But at the end of the day, it's more than this. It's more than this. What about the spiritual aspect? Do you give them? When I was still an undergraduate, there was this girl. The girl was just 7 years old. This girl, she's my friend. But what I know about this girl is that she knows all the verses in the Bible. I always wonder, if you want to talk like that, there's no verses you don't know in the Bible, in English and in Yoruba. And I said, how manage? Don't you go to school? This and that. Although they are Jehovah's Witness. You know Jehovah's Witness. They are very good in that aspect. I give it to them. So at the end of the day, I went to her house to visit her parents. I want to know. I find out that they have a goal for the family. They know where they are going. They really know what they want. They have the time. The children will go to their Bible school, do this, do that. Ever since then, I've been thinking that, how will my home look like when I get married also? What do I really want in marriage? What type of person will I marry? That girl really inspired me that if you, this small girl, can know everything, both in Yoruba and in English, no. And if you see them, when it comes to morals, they are morally upright. I'll tell you. They are morally upright. I admire them a lot. So after that, I look at myself. There is section we are running for singles, just singles. Come and see, when Mama Adewale was talking about marriage and everything, parenting starts from marriage. And these ladies, we put them together with male. We will ask them, what type of man do you want to marry? Come and look at the list. Hey, God Almighty. Handsome, wealthy, whatever, this and this. At times I will now look at this. There is no a man that is upright, a man that is religious, nothing like that. A man that has fear of God, nothing like that. And when you ask them, what my mother passed through in my father's house, I don't want to pass through that one. I don't want to suffer. I need to marry somebody that is rich. I need to marry somebody that has this. But if you don't see that kind of man, what will happen? That is why you see most of them, 30, 35, and so on. They are yet married. They are yet to be married. And the men also, they will tell you, I want an hard-working woman. I don't want a liability. I don't want this. I don't want that. A woman that will be sharing responsibility together. And I look and say, God, I will go back home. I will ask my own son, my daughter, come, what type of man do you want to marry? What type of woman, lady do you want to marry? Those ones, it depends. I say, they tell me, okay, I will marry someone of my faith and somebody that have fear of God and this and this. They will not even tell me about luxury things. Yeah. They will not tell me about luxury things. I say, well, I'm on the right track. Tomorrow they might change you. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But I will just go just to hear their response. So, at the end of the day, then you will now see this lady. When I start telling them my story, they will tell me it's a lie. It's a lie. Don't tell me that you started from zero, from nothing. Those things that you have, no, this and this, this and that. I said, none of you even said I want to marry because of love. Where there is love, other things follow. I'm like, when there is love between two couples, they love each other deeply, other things follow. I'll tell you. Wealth, health, everything follows. Then you'll be able to bring up a very good children. But when there is no love, you don't pray, you don't do anything, so what do you expect? We have children that will come and say, my mom used to tell lies. He used to tell lies. Because when you are teaching them, always say the truth. No matter what might happen, say the truth. They will tell you and say, no, my mommy used to tell lies. Even when my daddy is even asking, my mommy will be saying, no. And if I want to say the truth, my mommy will do like this. And I look at it's true. And so we come. My daddy gave my mommy school fees. My daddy transferred it this morning, and we have not seen anything. Look at it. Our attitude as parents affects our children also. It affects their progress. It affects their success. It affects their success. But a lot of women don't know. Recently, I was talking to someone, and the person was asking me that, why? Asking me about my marriage, something like that. And she was having some issue in her marriage and everything. So when she now told me that, I don't even know. I just even married him, Papa. He's not even handsome at all. I said, he's not handsome. Is it not when a man has money that will be handsome? There is no man that is handsome now. Even there is no lady that is handsome. It is when they have money. That is when they will be handsome. Even my husband, I say, no, your husband is handsome. I say, no, money. I said, when you have money. So you did not know that he did not handsome before you married him. And you gave birth to 3 children. It is now you are now complaining. What is the problem? And the guy is trying his best. Do you want him to go and stay? Because our expectation, a lot of marriage are crashing now. Because the expectation the lady have, the expectation is so high. So when you get to married, after marriage, things started changing. Things will change and things will come back. There is room for good and there is also room for bad. Things cannot be smooth. Your road cannot be smooth. At times, something will happen. Then, how do you face it? Even with your children. Even with your children, how do you face it? But because they have a very high expectation, at the end of the day, they will not be able to cope. Then you start seeing them. I'm going to divorce. I prefer to be a single mother. Single mother, okay. There is nothing outside there. Oh. Even single mother are also looking for husband now. Don't try it. You better be managing. So far your husband did not beat you. And it's not do anything. It's not fetish. Be managing anything we have seen there. And renew your intention. Continue praying. Because the attitude you show to your husband, it comes back to your children. No matter how what. If we say we are putting on our effort on our children and we suffer our husband, we don't respect our husband, it will still come back to our children. Because our children also, they are looking at us. And when they get married, they know the impact of their father. When they marry, then they will also retaliate it on their wife. They'll say, I know what my mommy did now. When my father did, even when my father even gave her 100,000, she said, does not even spend any money on us. So you can't come and try that rubbish with me. Any money I've given you, you better go and use it very well. But the woman will not know that, okay, that thing is going to that child, the child's brain, and the child is keeping it. And when they become an adult, they will now start exhibiting it. You will not know. And at the end of the day, you will now say, I did not train you like this, oh. Why are you saying, do you resemble your father? Whereas, we are the cause. A lot of things are caused by we women. We women, we are the one that build the homes. And the parenting, we are the one that contribute, let me say like 85 or 90% of it. If our home is good, it's in our hand. If our children also are good, it's also in our hand. So it now depends on how you want to do your own parenting. But another one is this. When it comes to this parenting issue, it's something that is challenging and dynamic. At times, when I face some issues among my children, I will go back, I will take books, I will read. Even reading that book might not solve it too. Until when I pray and I apply wisdom. I pray and I apply wisdom. That is when, okay, this thing can still go back to normal. And we have a lot of parents here. They don't even chat with their children. They don't even talk to them. Like Mom Dewani was saying that, okay, tell your spouse, I valued you today. I cherish you today. You are my love. You are my this. You are that and that. Did you tell your children that one also? Even fathers, you invest. Do you look after your investment? Or it's not about giving them money, go and sort yourself out, go and meet your mother. Your investment. Do you look after it? Do you check it? Whether the investment is yielding or whether something is affecting the investment in the life. So do we do that? A lot of things that we just neglect, negligence. At the end of the day, it comes back. Then we now say, I die no. We don't want a die no. It's not going to be in our portion. And again, we should observe our children. And parenting is also observation. When what our children see us doing, that is what they will do. It now depends. They know your children very well. They said, know your spouse. Here, they asked something about your spouse, we were able to say it. Then what about our children? We know them very well, but at the same time, knowing them very well, have it in mind that you can do and undo. Because if it happens, they called you and said, Mr. So, this is what your child did in school. Your child came and he bought phone, and they are watching pornography, or what did they call it? And you now say, lie. No, God forbid. My son can never do that. Or my daughter can never do that. It's a lie. And after calling that child and they asked, the child will now download how it happens. You will be surprised. My children always tell me that, mommy, you don't even trust us. It's not as if I don't trust you. But you know, people can do and undo. For example, I have a daughter that studied medicine abroad. Throughout her stay in abroad, was doing well and everything, nothing happens and everything. And my husband is the type that, okay, no matter where you are, that you study, you still come back home, come and do the needful in Nigeria. Whether you are going to serve, you are going to do this and that, because anything can happen in the future. You must have it. So when we now ask her, come home, come and do like housemanship and everything, so that you can get Nigerian nonsense also, this and this. So she came back, she listened, she came back and everything. So while she was doing the art housemanship, I just noticed, when she was coming up, me, I'm a tough parent too, I won't lie. No. I'm a tough parent. Even my parents knows me very well. So I just saw her. I've been noticing some changes in her. And I noticed that might be peers influence. She's having some peers influence. But I was calm and everything. I used to talk to my children. I'm tough, but at the same time I come to their level. With this, we say so many things. They come to me, they tell me everything. So at the end of the day, I now say, what is going on? Where are you going? This and this, this and that. Someone that when she wants to go out with her friend, she will tell us. All of a sudden, that thing just changed. Okay, now, we are looking. So a day I now asked her to come that, I've cooked, come and take some food and take it to your quarters, something like that. When my daughter was coming, I just saw her through the window upstairs. I just saw her with that she put earring in her nose. And you know, there is one kind of thing that we normally have when we are young, then that we are addicted to, that they will tell you that people that pay their nose, they are all this prostitute and something like that. And you get what I'm saying? I just said, and I told Assembly, go and tell her, she should not come inside, she should stay there, remove it, not knowing that he's even using it to right. So at the end of the day, she now removed it. She now came in and said, you, a home medical doctor, when you are in abroad, you did not do this, you not went to. He said, mommy, I know you will not like it. I just did that. I just put it. I said, don't try it. Don't try it. If you try it, you will not enter this house again. You will not enter this house again. She's looking at me. And I always let them know, I've tried my best. But now, I have to train you. What I want, once you are still under me, it is what I want that you have to do. At the end of the day, she removed it. So she now said, I know you will not like it. I told my husband. My husband said, what's the meaning of that? We called her and talked to her. And I called her, I said, I've noticed some things in you recently. Even when you are over there, they didn't report anything concerning you. Why is it that when you now come to Nigeria, those ladies you see, and you have other people also that finish from other countries also that come there. Why? And I always tell you something. In anywhere you are, if they are referring to a child that this is the only child that is good, let it be you. You don't have a home but a hunt. Let me tell you this. She looks at me, she says, I'm a big girl now. Big girl under my foot. Big girl under my foot. I don't neglect that. Ordinarily, some other parents, some people were saying, when I was even trying to, one of my, this thing was there, sister, this and this. Leave her now. That is what they said to most parents. And they will now neglect them. They will say, do your life the way you like. That do your life the way you like, it comes back. Because a lot of things will happen. And by the time you will know, you will now say, I never knew this is how it's going to be. I have another one. My son. That is why I said, you see, parenting, you have to be very vigilant. You have to know your children. But while knowing them, have it in mind, they can do and undo. Don't trust them. When they say they do something, listen first. They called you. Listen. Don't argue. I've heard. I'm coming. Don't start defending your child. And these children, they know when you are defending them, they will say, my mommy will not say anything now. My mommy will defend me anyway. Ha! Your mommy will defend you anyway. Fine. Your mommy will defend you anyway. It's okay. At the end of the day, we even call some children and ask them that. Why? When they are having some behavior, we ask them, why do you have to do this? Why do you have to do that? They will tell you, That's what my mom also used to dance and trek and do all this kind of rubbish and everything. So it doesn't mean, my mom said it doesn't mean anything that we can do it, we can do that. We've seen a child that brought drugs to school before. Yes. 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 I have the intention that, okay, let's go and report to this Alausa people, the Ministry of Education. And I said, okay, let me still hold on. Let me call the parent first. When I called the mother, you will not kill me. So you eventually brought this thing. How do you know where we kept it? This and this, this and that. You see now, you allow them to come in your school, knowing what we are doing in our house, knowing what we are. Please, Mrs. Sulaimon, it was my brother-in-law. It was my brother-in-law that brought this. At the end of the day, I nodded my head. So what are you going to do? When that child got home, the following day, we now asked the child. And I reported to the authority because we want to save the life of the child. We are working with children and they took the case up. So we have so many issues like that. Even my son, I have that son, when he got admission into Unilife, one day she just snapped a picture to me. You know what he did? He dyed his head. Are you getting what I'm saying? He now snapped the picture and he said, Mommy, see what I did. I said, what rubbish? What nonsense? Ordinarily, in my religion, in Islam, you can dye your hair to any color apart from black. But in society now, if a child should dye the hair, it means you are irresponsible. You are not responsible. I told him, I don't want to see that hair on your head again. He went ahead and with immediate effect, and I told him, come home. The following day, he came. And when he came, I said, why? Then I later found out that it was one of his friends that did that and pushed him. We have to be very, very vigilant. There is no perfect parenting. And don't let us trust our children. We have a recent case. The boy was in LASU. He studied medicine. They saw the boy in club. Somebody went to tell his mom that we saw so person at club in Magodo. The mother said, no, he can never be my son. This and this. He's at school. This and this, this and that. And this girl that reported was the cousin. He reported this boy like twice or thrice. Do you now know what happened? So there have been having issue on female. I want to marry you, you will not marry. He's the one married this and that and that. So they have been having issues. Then at the end of the day, the opposition party now called the guy and said, come, let's settle our issue. I'm no longer upset with you. Let's settle everything. So the boy now was taken to a club. Do you know what they did? They drug him, they poisoned him. When they poisoned him, the guy died. They went to go and dump him in front of his hostel at LASU. Then the next thing those guys did, the next available flight to South Africa, they took it and they flew. Oh. Then the cousin now said, Auntie Musofuyin, I said I saw this boy at the club. Ẹni Jésù bí òní jẹ́ láéláé kò ń ṣe òun ọmọ tó wá láti ilé onígbàgbọ́. That he told you, I'm his cousin. In fact, it was so painful. So anything they said about our children, don't let us say no. He or she cannot do that. They can do and undo. We have seen so many things, even from the childhood. What about children that will come to school and started doing all this illicit act and behaving somehow. Where did they learn it from? From the parents. And when we now ask the 21st century parents, these 21st century parents, I don't know. Anyway, you know, they defend. It's only those who are wise that will say, yes, you did this, let me go and investigate. Even when you are doing your investigation, don't let your child know that, even if your child is right, don't let your child know that he is right in his presence. Go and defend him at his back, then apply wisdom. Apply wisdom so that the child will not take it as an opportunity to be doing anything he or she likes. So parents, please, and what we can also do, we should always renew our intention on our children or bringing our children. At times, you know, there is power in the tongue. What we say at times to them happens. Some parents, you know, this child, she's this, she's that, this and this. And at the end of the day, it happens. And you will now be looking at, I've seen a parent that said, oh, my child is having one disease like that. And he was trying to tell that parent the symptoms. The next thing that parent will say, it seems my child is also doing that too. And I ask that parent that, do you know what that woman is saying? I always feel, that boy always feel. I said, no. Do you know what happened? The boy also started having that symptom. The symptoms the boy was not having before. Yes. You will start saying this, you will start saying that. Leave family A alone and leave family B alone. Let's face our family. And avoid, don't compare your children with anybody. Even if someone is first in the class, don't compare your children. Let your children be your best friend. Talk to them. Even, you know, now, when they are at home, they can be engaged with their phone. You will be in your room, they will be in their room. Walk into their room. What are you watching? Let me see. Let's watch it together. This film, that's what you are watching. Okay, oh, this and this. Even if they don't talk, start talking. Start talking. Celebrate their success and mistakes together. If they make any mistakes, let them walk up to you and say, Daddy, do you know what? I failed Maths 101, or I failed that subject. I didn't do very well. Don't shout at them. Don't tell them that. Upon all the money I paid, hey, all the money I've been paying. So where's your mother? So you have not been reading. You wasted my money, you said you failed. It's a mother that will start paying school fees now. Your mother will start paying school fees. No. Oh, you failed. What happened? How do you do it? Even the child can tell you, I read, but I don't really know what happened. But you just say, well, that's how God wants it. By God's grace, I know when you do it again, you will pass. Don't let us yell at them. And when they pass their success, let's celebrate their success. And say, oh, you did this. You did it well. Congratulations. Don't let them be hiding their mistakes from you. Don't let them hide their mistakes from you. Because once they start hiding their mistakes from you, there is problem. There is what? There is problem. Because you will never get the real fact from them. Anything that is happening, you will never get it from them. And the most important thing, ensure you pray for your children, please. Mother, fathers, pray for them. When you wake up in the morning, pray for them. Pray for them. Even when we even bring them up, when we train them in a spiritual way, don't let us sit down and say we have arrived. Don't let us have that confidence that yes, God is, they cannot do anything that is against God's wishes. No. Let's continue praying for them. Let's continue praying for them and avoid negative talk. Avoid negative things. You know, during our own time, our mother will always say, Omo olorire yeda. Olorire, that is what they call us. But now you see some parents, even fathers, the way they talk to these children, the way they curse them, please, let us pray for them. They need our prayer in everything they are doing in life. And when we leave, they will always remember you. That yes, my mom, my father will come and pray for me. Let me tell you this. My children knows that every morning I will walk on to them. After my prayer in the morning, I will go to their room. I will pray for them one by one. Even if they are not in Nigeria, they will call me and say, Mommy, you have not prayed for me today. I will pray for them. People will ask me, how have you been doing it? Your children are this, your children are that. I say nothing. Firstly, there is love in the family. I and my husband, we understand each other. I and my husband, we have been running business for the past 27 years. There is no conflict. People are always surprised and say, how do you do it? Some of them will come to me. Even a lot will come to me. How have you been doing it? Even with your children, this and this, this and that. I said, it depends. It depends on your intention. Then, be prayerful. And you know, in my own religion, a man can marry 4 wives, more than one. I'll tell you this. I know a lot of us don't want to hear that. A man can marry more than 1 wife. So they will call and tell me, what about this business you're doing now? Tomorrow, your husband married another. I said, that is his problem. But one thing I know is that my God will never do something that will make me unhappy. I have trust in him. And even look at my children, they are doing very well. They are doing very well. So what ties do I need? So they will just look at me and say, oh God, no one knows the secret. And I always tell them, there is no perfect home also. There is no perfect home. There is no perfect home. There is up and down in every home, even in parenting. Recently, they came up to tell us a story of a girl. This girl, she's one of the brilliant girls that in US have met Obama. Obama recognized her genius, and when it comes to training her in the spiritual way, she was brought up that way. But do you know what? When I was told that she's a lesbian, I almost fainted. And I said, parenting is the will of God. Oh, no. Because when you see the parent, it's the will of God. It's not by you. Do we want to say the parents have not done their best on her? Someone that met Obama during Obama's regime won scholarship, and at the end of the day, she was brought up spiritually, given everything. And when they now say she's lesbian, I'm almost fainted. I look at this and say, no. I pray to God. I keep praying. I keep praying because we are not perfect. We are not perfect. No, this is not me. Okay. I keep praying. By the time your prayer, people will not know your secret, but they will just see that the fruit, the seed you sowed is just germinating, and that fruit is okay. It was germinating fine. They will be asking you, how do you do it? Your prayer, your commitment, your loyalty, your honesty in the family is one that is making the fruit to germinate very well. So parents, please, and we employed every one of us. If you have a very good home, although, you know, a lot of things that we say that time is easier said than done. It's easier said than done. I know some of us have tried. But ensure you try, you put in your best. Then after putting in your best, please, then the next thing you do is for you to now pray. Pray. Be spiritual. Be spiritual upright. Let your children also pray. The day you are fasting, let them know. Let them know that you are fasting. I remember when my children, they were still in secondary school. Then on Monday and Thursday is our fasting period. When they are in school, even if they don't have anything to eat, they will just take their snacks and everything. They know them very well. And And the day they called me and said, your children are really trying you. That Monday and Thursday, they will fast. No matter how what, we won't have them. I don't know that they are doing it at school. But at home, we will just say today is Monday, we are going to fast. Thursday, we are going to fast. So it has become part and parcel of them.
Please, sorry for the interruption. Please, whoever is having this car with number KJA 798EZ should please help us. Toyota Camry precise. Please help us to move your car. There seems to be an obstruction. Sorry. Thank you.
So please, then I want to tell you this. We have, let me tell you, we have I have four parenting style. I have parents who are permissive parents. This kind of parents, they don't even care. They don't enforce any law. They allow the children to do whatever they like. The children are uncontrollable. You give them anything, they allow them. You permit them to do anything they like. Then another parenting is authoritative parent. When we are talking about authoritative parent, this kind of parents, they solve problems. They solve problems together with their child. They solve problems together with their child. Set rules and goals, what they want to achieve. Then open communication. Daddy, mommy, do you have open house in your house? The open house, it can come out, not only school that will have open house. You can have open house with your family, where everyone will sit. Where everyone will sit. Tell me what is bothering you. Am I a good father to you? Or is there any way I've done something wrong you don't like? Let everybody talk. Hear their view. And what is the way out? Or is there anything academically, are you doing well? And you know, I always tell parents, apart from academics, we will always focus on academics area of our children. We don't focus on other areas of development. We focus on only hard skills. We don't focus on soft skills. And that soft skills is their characters. It's how they behave. But what we are after is you have A1. You have 99.9%. Not only that. Please, let's look into their other skills also. The soft skills. Let's look at the soft skills. So from here, you can get, the child can just come up and say, Daddy, this is what you did to me. Mommy, this is what you did. They will open up. And if they are facing any challenges, they will be able to tell you. I've seen a case whereby someone asked my son then that they should come and put money somewhere. That when they give them money, they will get more money. So at the end of the day, when you put that money there, so the money and the person did not give the money to him. And he was not telling the guy, see, my mommy is asking for the money, oh, give me the money, oh, give me the money, oh. I was now looking at him like this. I said, when he came to come and tell me the story, I said, do you think they are dumb? They are not dumb now. They've taken your money away. How come? But it works to me to tell us what happened. Then we now educate him. I said, you have learned. That's one of the lessons in life. How can somebody say, well, you put this, you will get more? It's a lie. And you, that you're a Muslim, that we have trained, how can you be expecting that kind of a thing? But he has learned his mistake, which will never happen. Some of us, when it happens like this, our children will not even walk up to us and tell us, and they will keep doing it. They will keep doing it until when that thing now becomes something else. That's when you just say, when it happens, I don't want to tell you, Daddy, because I know you'll be shouting. I know you will not give me money. You will not do this. You will not do that. And again, we have neglectful parents. Parents that always neglect their children. They neglect their responsibility. They are not even involved in these children's life. We have a lot of them in this 21st century. We have a lot of them in this 21st century, whereby it's the housemaid that will be taking care of them. They will come to school with food that are rotten. dirty water, and so on and so forth like that. They will come to school with dirty uniform. They will not even brush their teeth. They will not even brush their teeth. They will look so unkempt. What happened? Even when you open their head, you see their heads undone. A lot of things like that. They neglect their responsibility. What they know is that, oh, is there food at home? Please prepare this for my children. Let them take it to school. Mommy, I have assignment. No. Go and meet so person. Go and do your assignment together. I don't have time. I want to relax. I want to relax. We have parents like that. So please. And they are trust from Almighty God. That is why I said our investment. Are we checking our investment? We pay a lot of money. And some of us, we even employ lesson teacher. There will be no check and balance on what the lesson teacher is even doing. Whether the child is progressing or not. All what you want to know is that I've engaged you. That's all. Then we have parents who are authoritarian. These parents that are authoritarian, you know, they are the ones that will tell you, you are going to study medicine, whether you like it or not. And the child is not good at science, but they impose it on the child by fire, by force. You must study medicine, and the child will keep struggling. This is what I want. They always have one-way communication skills. They are the one. Anything that they have said, that's final, and it shouldn't be like that. I think there should still be negotiation. If I say this, what do you think about this? We should not enforce anything on our children that, yes, this is what I want you to do, and you must do it. We have to consider these children also. In my practice, Dr. Montessori said that they are young adults. The way we feel is the same way they feel. The way we feel is the same way we feel. The way we want to be the way we want people to respect us is the same way they also want to be respected. So they don't want anything that will tarnish their image. But we as a parent, we keep telling them, this is what you have to do, this is what they have to do. And once they have opportunity to just go away from you like this, you will now see them. I was telling someone, I said, now, you said you are doing homeschooling for your children. You don't want them to be exposed to the world. You don't want them to do this, you don't want them to do that. You keep doing homeschooling and homeschooling and homeschooling. So the day, okay, when they get to university, are you going to do homeschooling for them? And let me tell you something. When these children have the opportunity to go out, they turn to another thing else. I'm telling you. Once they have that opportunity, it was somehow that we are not looking at them. The opportunity they have not seen, that the parents have been denying them. At times we deny these children, we think that maybe we are doing them something that is okay. We are training them. When you hear, okay, this is what is happening, let's look at it together. Let's discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of what they have seen. So at the end of the day, they turn to another thing. And the mother will start regretting. And say, why? You did homeschooling from there. See, when they get to university, what do you expect? What do you expect? When they see that opportunity, they misuse it. At times we don't catch them. We don't catch them too. We don't catch them. We don't say, don't do this, don't do that. Don't. As I am now, they will tell me, okay, my children, I can ask them when they are singing all this song. There was a day I asked them, I said, who sang that song, that buga? They told me the person that sang it. I said, okay now. Then I said, who is this guy? He started telling me, man, when I said, this and this, I won't do that. For goodness, I always tell people that, no, I won't do that. I won't say, how do you know this thing? No. They move with people, they go outside now, they're in school, they have friends. They have friends. Even when they enter bus, they will listen to music. Then they go to their friends' parties at times. And you get what I'm saying? So I now ask them, and I say, hey, so it's Daniel and everything. So then I ask them, what is the latest dance? I ask them, we're inside. What is the latest dance? You might be looking at me and say, I like that. Me, I don't, are you getting what I'm saying? I always come down to their level. We are once a child. We are once a child. We are once like them. It's only when we want to deny. We are once like them. Like a parent, when a child is used to urinate in the body now, they now say that they are using one drug to stop, what is it called? For them not to be bedwetting again. That the bedwetting they are doing is too much. And I told my daughter that if they give you that thing, don't take the drugs. So don't take the drugs. There is nothing. There is no crime in bedwetting. When the time comes, you will stop. You will stop. One of my friends that was telling them that they should give our own child. I said, come. I know you that you stop bedwetting when we are in Form 3. So when do you Yes. I said, I know you stop bedwetting when we are in Form 3. Why do you now ask them to be giving your child that drug? You don't know that maybe that drug is even for diabetes. Why? Let them enjoy their childhood now. What is the problem? So after telling her that, she now said, these children are different from our own. They are not different. We are the one that is denying them from their childhood. We don't allow them to do so many things. So we know what we did. So you now come. You now start doing this thing. Children knows me. My children know me very well. I say, okay, this is the latest dance. Okay, give me the steps. We are inside though. Give me the steps. Will I say they should not give me? Because they know. Me after that, and I say, hey, okay. But they will not go outside and start doing rubbish. They will not go outside and start saying, okay, they want to dance and everything, or exposing themselves, something like that. But at home, they will tell me. At times, if I ask them that, but what is going on? They know what is trending now. They know. They know everything. And you will not be doing this thing. You don't talk to them. They know what is going on. You will not be looking at your children as, no, I don't want them to know this. I don't want them to know that. No. Even in training them with the opposite sex, we don't need to start hiding anything for them. We have to come out and tell them the real thing. We have to come out and tell them the real thing. It's not when somebody, a case happened in South Africa. This girl was molested. She was even raped by a man. So when they got to the court and they were asking the girl said, the man touched my pee. P was saying P. Do you know what they said? They said the girl, she's psychologically disturbed. She don't know what she's saying. Because she keeps saying P, P, P. She did not call it the biological name that she touched my vagina. The girl keeps saying P. And that is how they dismiss the case. Can you imagine? So ever since then, teach your children the biological thing. They will come. Oh, so person gets this, so person gets that. And please, let them know, life is not full of roses. Parents, please, I'm begging you. Life is not full of roses. Anything can happen. Look at us, we are here today. Anything can happen in the next 1 minute. What do you think will happen to your children? At times, death is inevitable. There is no one that will not die. We just pray for long life. But when it comes, there is nothing we can do. But how have you prepared your children to face the challenges when they are grown up? Even your wife. Because we have a lot of children that after the death of their parents, their education stops, they go outside, start prostituting, doing so many things. Because, because they could not even cope. They are living a life. They are living in a very high life that, they have to get everything. They have maids that will do this, they have maids that will do that for them. So we have them like that. Please, let's prepare our children. And please remember, there is no perfect parenting. The only thing we should just do is that we should keep praying for them. And at the same time, they observe us, we observe them. And let's have it in mind. These children can do and undo. And also, at the same time, we should be very patient with them. We should be very patient with them. Anything that happens, let's put ourselves in their shoe first before taking any action. If ourselves in their shoe, of what has happened, they will be able to handle the issue very well. The hands that we use to cuddle our children, we will not use it to bury them. Inshallah. Thank you very much.